It must be hard writing without being able to tell us much. But with every letter comes a little hope, and a great deal of faith,
for I know every day that passes brings you closer to me. Each evening we huddle around the wireless, hopeful of good news, though none comes. But I have a faith in the future that will outlast everything, Christopher. I know you will be home soon. Our boys are as ever growing strong and making you proud. Darling Clive's condition is much improved since last I wrote.
I really loved how we were, we feel like we're reading the letters with him. So it really feels like we feel like we have this connection to the main character, and I think that works really well. We also get to see so many different stories with the flashes, and I really like that because we get to kind of see it through his eyes, because he can't see everything, but he's seeing what he's reading, and it really feels like we are seeing everything through the main character's eyes. And I specifically love the story with one of his family members who was signing. It was just so much passion and in the story he was telling and the story that we were hearing. So yeah, I really like that. I just think it was a beautiful story altogether, and I think the actors did a really, really good job. So.
I really, really liked this. I loved that at the very beginning they started black and white and they faded to color. I thought that was really well done. But the reading of the letter, when it started in his voice and then transitioned into her voice, I thought that was really well done. Sometimes it doesn't sound great and it doesn't really pull off the connection and the emotional side of it when you have two people doing that. But with this, it really enhanced it, and it made the relationship that they were conveying within the letters a lot more believable. So I thought that was really well done. And then as the story progressed and being able to tell the story through so many different mediums, because you also had her reading through parts of it, but then the classroom scene, and then looking outside the window, and all of the sign language was so well done. And I thought it was such a clever and great way to convey an entire story and kind of link it all together with this letter script that was being read that kind of touched on everything. And at the end of it, I felt so endeared to the characters that were even just being read about. I don't really think you ever saw the mom on screen, and the father and son, I just loved them both so much. I was rooting for the entire family, and that's so impressive when you don't have physical interaction between the characters, because then you really have to really buy into the relationship that they're setting up for you. And I thought that this really did that well.
Sound design, I think, is what really locks this thing in. That and all the performances by the translators. I felt like that was, I'm not sure if they're translators, but yeah, I thought that they were extremely compelling. The man with the glasses who was really getting into it. Also the period actor at the end with the plane crash and all that was it was great, and it just kind of it definitely makes you appreciate that service even more. I felt like it was just so dynamic and really interesting to watch.
Quite adorable and original and very emotional. I really could appreciate the everyday struggles of communication in different languages, even sign language. The story of the crash was much more exciting than if it was told by words. It was great to have a glimpse of the real Clive. This was an excellent film. I really enjoyed it.
Really smartly done. They do a great job at making something compelling out of almost nothing. And I'm talking specifically about the big set piece, the war, the fight scene. I just thought that was so amazing, so interesting. Obviously, the accessibility of this piece is brilliant. That's got a score of 10. But it also managed to be really enjoyable for just anybody of any ability. And yeah, I'm one of those people. I really enjoyed it. It's definitely worth checking out.
It's very, very moving. I love the scene where Clive runs to the window to see the plane crash, but in actuality, it's performed by an actor who's doing signing and miming. It's a very, very effective scene and a very, very touching film. Well done.
It was nice how the letter content was showing up on the screen. And I think my favorite part was the way the story was told with the mime, and it was just really easy to follow along, and with the music and the sound effects it was really, really cool. And I thought it was a great way to incorporate sign language and sort of like the non-hearing way of telling a story, and I thought that was really, really cool.
We really don't have enough deaf cinema, frankly, and it's a real shame, not only for representation in itself, but also because it's so inherently cinematic, because there's such an emphasis on visual communication through being deaf. So it really lends itself to this specific art form, as evidenced by how well these filmmakers worked it into the narrative of their short. And this is a story that also, though, did have some great auditory points as well. The voiceover work is beautifully done and spoken. The actress who is articulating the letter really puts such earnest emotion into her words. You truly believe she is a doting mother, talking about her children and her love for them and how proud she is of all that they've done with their lives and continue to do. It really is a beautiful piece, and you wish, again, to see more like it for so many reasons, not only because of how wonderfully it is put together, but also because of the representational aspects and the overall good feeling that you get at the end of watching.